Oh, keep in mind, just 32 days before Christmas, ladies and gentlemen, but Christmas might not be in the minds of these players right now. Of course, they would like to play in a championship, which I would call the Christmas championship of the PBA. San Miguel Beer and Swift. Ball game reads Swift in front, 45 to 43. We welcome you to the second half.
Not a very high-scoring ball game, but San Miguel did manage to come back from a 10-point deficit, despite some very poor statistics. Their shooting from the three-point territory was all right, though.
You were talking about the offensive rebounds in towards the end of the first half. How did both teams fare there?
That hurt the Beermen because Swift had 11 offensive rebounds compared to 3, and that's why Swift had 11 more attempts than San Miguel. And San Miguel also had 8 errors compared to only 4 turnovers on the part of the Swift Mighty Meaties.
Harris trying to gain momentum there, draws the double team quickly to Choi Estrada, who's on the floor for the very first time tonight. 12 seconds remaining in the sequence for Swift. Choi with a cut. Here's Nelson Asaitona, unloads a 3. Yes!
Well, Nelson has really played well in this ball game. When he went out with 3 personal fouls, that's when San Miguel also began to make its comeback here. Back to a 5-point lead here for Swift, the biggest being 10 points in this ball game.
Asaitona with 9 points. We are going to start keeping track of the fact that he is 29 points away from making 5,000.
Quite fast also.
Yes, indeed. Travis facing the basket, drawing nothing.
That's goodbye there. Good anticipation on the part of Tony Harris.
I think that he's offering token resistance there. In fact, none at all.
So it's a 5-0 run to start off the third quarter here for Swift. Agustin being confronted by Choi Estrada.
Agustin draws it inside, ended up being bumped upon entry. Choi Estrada trying to ask the official, what did he do? But it will stick, his first personal foul. Any areas of adjustments for both sides, Dr. Jackson?
I think Swift, you know, when they got a big lead, they thought that they could continue to go to the type of either a pick and roll or a one-side type of offensive game, no, and not have screenings or motion offense. And that hurt them when they began to miss as San Miguel began its comeback. On the part of San Miguel, I thought they were a little bit tentative in many shots. And they themselves were using a lot of the clock too much on the outside. That's why they were forced to take some long ones when the shot clock was winding down on them.
So those small little things bringing about the result of the first half, which saw Swift barely on top, 45 to 43, and as you mentioned, a very low-scoring first half.
Well, Harris asking his teammates to keep on moving.
He's in a wrestling match with Ato Agustin. The Distrito gained speed. He cut up the inside, released it with 2 seconds remaining on their shot clock. 2 minutes going by us here.
Started putting a lot of pressure on Ato Agustin, making him work hard to try to bring the ball up to their own front court.
Agustin with a shifty drive, forced. He was clawed by the defense there.
And Harris reading his move very well, went backdoor on that play and forced him to throw up a poor shot.
Don't forget, we're in the third quarter, and when we come around for the third quarter, we'll have our close-up shot of the day as well as our winners in our PBA Fuji YKL promotion coming your way in just a very short while. Distrito back to Harris. 9 on the shot clock. Distrito sees an opening again. Still can't get it to go in.
Same play on the previous trip down for Rudy Distrito. He has had very little success with that, just like in the opening stages of this ballgame.
Only 2 field goals so far for the Destroyer. First 2 points coming from the free throw line. All of his 6, in fact, coming in the first quarter. Travis, his turn to see an opening. The shot no good. Harris checking downstairs. He was going to step on anybody. Up, and away.
Saitona is now in double figures. Distrito helping Travis up. Travis still talking to the referee there.
Saitona with a grand sum of 11 matching his jersey here. 8 minutes, 50 seconds left. Kaidek 3. He sidestepped. Harris thought it was for a foul. Let's see what's the call.
A 3-second violation called against Travis downstairs.
He was anticipating the first release quickly of Kaidek. Kaidek changed his mind for a moment as he tried to shake away Harris.
Yeah, he saw Harris coming, and Harris was sliding, so he could not really take a good shot. Harris pushing off against Agustin, and finally there's a steal. Oh!
And Agustin and Harris get entangled. It's in the hands of Nelson Asaitono. Harris and Agustin talking with each other, but nothing really more.
Nice steal by Kaidik.
Ooh, banging bodies falling to the deck. Asaitono with a personal foul, his fourth.
The whole San Miguel Beer team up in arms, not because of this play, but because there was some extra movement there between Agustin and Harris after they got entangled in the backcourt.
52-45 is the current score with 8 minutes and 11 seconds remaining. Here's Agustin. Estrada applying a defensive hand. Downstairs we go to Tang. The ball rolls away. Tang gets it safely to Dignavice. Presence of mind to pass off
On the part of Alvin Teng. Okay, 52-47, 5-point lead here for Swift. 7 minutes and 50 seconds left. Third quarter of play.
Harris again going to that slow, lazy, deliberate dribble, trying to wait for the right moment to pass off or start his drive. Norman Black yelling for a palming violation. Estrada is free inside the three-point arc. The two-pointer from the corner.
It was so big for them because they have been deliberately leaving Estrada alone. They're trying to challenge him to make points, and he hit a long one from about 20 feet.
I was noticing Estrada during the warm-up going into the second half. He was really trying those shots.
Because he was probably told by the coach that he was going to play.
And he's accustomed to the fact that nowadays he must hit that shot.
Because if not, he becomes a weak link in the chain of the offense that they have. No, he's never a weak link on defense. No?
That's a very good point, Dr. J. 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Oh, Travis with a sneak-in job.
He should have three-pointer there.
On its way!
Harris with a look there. That is also Tyrone May's favorite spot on the floor in this Coliseum. They seem to always make that. And Travis taunting the bench of Swift a little bit with that three-point shot. The lead is down to 2.
Ganun ba yung sinukatan pa ng konti, Dr. J? Asaitono! No siree. Troy Estrada picking it up. The destroyer, one fake, one shot, no bucket. Travis colors the rebound. San Miguel with a chance to tie it up.
Well, Distrito is 0 out of 3 in this quarter. He and Solis are having problems scoring. Distrito trying for a steal, comes up with a foul.
Rudy Distrito comes out of that play with his third foul. In terms of team fouls, Swift already with 3, San Miguel an immaculate slate in that department. Solis steps in, pulls out Distrito. 6:19 to go. Sorry, Dr. J.
Meneses also coming in for Asaitono, who had to leave because of 4 personal fouls. But Yang Diao is having problems getting scoring from his guards, which is his biggest advantage,
yes,
against teams.
Alan Kaidik starts his drive. He'll draw the double. It's a short pass. Alan changing his mind at the last moment. Lots of time on the shot clock. Banks it!
Can't give a shooter that open area, and Swift will have to call a timeout.
Some holes have to be patched as far as the Swift defense is concerned. We have a timeout, as Dr. J said. Score stands 54 all. 5 minutes 56 to go. Harris trying to regain possession after that miss. San Miguel doing a better job on the boards here. Travis thought about it. Agustin challenges Ria Lubit.
Yes. That's a very difficult shot with a big man's hands on top of you. And San Miguel takes the lead after a long while. I think since the start of the first quarter.
Yes. 9-0 run by the Beermen. Troy Estrada takes a look inside. Can't get it to Tony Harris downstairs. Here's Meneses. Ooh, offensive foul.
He put that elbow on the face of Agustin. I think that's a good call. He put the elbow on, and Agustin was down on the floor there as he's trying to post up.
Here's the second look. We shall try to catch
Try to see him come off that screen. Now, watch that elbow here. Although Agustin also makes sure that he rolls with it. He sees it coming, he rolls with it. And
baka SOS Devil dati yan. Stuntman dati ito si Renato.
Third personal foul of Tony Harris in that play. 14 fouls called against Swift.
Pass. Kaidik free for a 3.
Yes! And San Miguel 12-0 run now. Third three-point shot for Alan Kaidik. 5-point lead for them.
Troy Estrada trying to start a reply. San Miguel now on top after tying up the count at 54.
Are they confident or are they not? A 13-0 run gets them a 7-point lead now, Seth. And all of a sudden, the Beermen's fans are alive while Swift has fallen into a stupor here.
Illegal defense call. Let's take a look at our close-up shot of the day, brought to you by Close-Up Toothpaste. This is Eileen Araneta Reyes. I understand from our staff that she's the sister of Alex Araneta. And this lovely face emerges as our close-up shot of the day, brought to you by Close-Up, shiny white teeth, fresher breath. And she gets a gift pack at Close-Up as well as a chance to party at Faces, the Premier Party Place. We have some friends from Faces who are here with us tonight. And we're happy that they could join us here. Great game they're watching together with you. 61-54 is our count now, 4:22 remaining.
Well, that technical foul shot went in, so it's now 61-55. San Miguel caught for illegal defense. Distrito back into the ball game for Estrada. And we have Ravanes coming into the ball game replacing Agustin. And Solis is 0 out of 8 tonight from the field. And that's what's really hurt Swift in this ball game.
Feeling a bit of the frustration.
I think they're really pressured. They're playing a very pressure-packed game. You know, earlier, San Miguel was playing poorly. They had a 10-point lead. But when San Miguel put the pressure, it was very difficult for them to respond, although we're only in the third quarter.
61-55, as Dr. J pointed out. Travis falling.
Travis is trying to do too much at this point, you know, instead of getting the offense of his teammates who have been contributing well.
61-57, 3:37. Of course, the locals, big portion of the score contributed by the locals, as you mentioned. Ignatice lost control, tries to regain it. A whistle. Meneses with a push. Vergel with his first foul, but this is going to be Swift's fifth as a team. Nothing for San Miguel. A timeout is taken by San Miguel Beer with 3 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the third. Oh, this quarter is going by us very quickly. Hey, that play looked as easy as ABC 1, 2, 3.
Well, it just shows the inattentiveness of the defensive man. At the same time, Harris has 3 personal fouls, so he wasn't going to risk giving up another run here in the third quarter.
Oh, steal. Travis. Distrito trying to stay and stick with him. Turnaround. Easily done.
San Miguel has the better of the run here in this quarter. They have now an 8-point lead, 2:50 left. Swift struggling to try to look for its points, trying to set and call up a play. They've had that problem. And obviously, San Miguel, that's the first team foul, first foul of Rabanes. They've got a lot of give here to end this quarter.
San Miguel really tightening the screws here and even outgunning Swift in the last 5 minutes.
18-3, and that's big margin. Look at the double team. Harris finally losing it.
Distrito. I thought he'd crash into our camera over there. 3 won't go. Rebound battle. Harris winning out. Lead pass to Solis. He will get a layup. First 2 points of Solis.
Yes, and he had to come from a layup. He was 0 out of 8 previous to that attempt. No? So he's 1 out of 9 from the field in this ballgame.
Alan K. Dick. Solis is all over him, but Tang is there inside, short stab, nowhere to go. Art de la Cruz has it, beats Harris to it. Here's Travis, uncorks a 3. No siree. Rebound. It's a toss-up. Dick stepping back. Cha-cha-cha. No.
Hell no.
Travis.
I think they just may have made a mistake in the call, and he was corrected by referee Chua. It hit Travis, and Travis knew it.
But Travis was already celebrating, Dr. J.
He intimidated the referee in that play. Here it hits the foot of Travis, goes between the legs of Distrito on the way out. It's clear. Distrito even eating some of the popcorn of the mayor here.
Is it an unofficial courtesy call?
You must think that's gum.
65-59, a minute and 40 seconds remaining. Yang Yao with that serious look of his. Foul on Rabanes, too close. But as you mentioned, Dr. J, a lot of fouls to get up. Second team foul, second on Rabanes.
Plus on the weak side, something happened there as Travis is given a warning.
Our imports, this particular batch, Dr. J, an intense lot, huh? They all want
Speaks
to
well of them.
Yes, they all want to win. By the way, talking of winning, Ken Redfield was our Gilby's guest player, best player earlier. He helped Pepsi create a 96-94 win in overtime.
San Miguel allowing an easy penetration there, pirouette for Vergel Meneses, 65-61.
There's Kenny Travis. There's Samboy Lim, was back in the game together with Fernandez. Travis, shot clock cut down to 6. The pass of Art de la Cruz blocked. It's in the hands of Ramon. Shot clock down to 2. He will take it. Short. 4-point lead by the Beermen. Threatened seriously now.
But that's the way this game has gone, actually. Both teams have had their runs.
Ravanes giving up the foul, his third, had a hand on him on the ball, but also had a hand on Harris. All of the fouls from San Miguel belong to Ravanes.
He's going to use them as long as it's not in the act of shooting. Norman, I don't think will mind.
Yes. There's Trito. Short range, missed tip-in, Ria Lubit.
Well, the big men of Swift have really played well. Ria Lubit and Asaitono have played well. Like I said, what they've been lacking is the backcourt scoring, which usually is a very consistent thing for them.
Travis finally getting to go across the timeline. Samboy traveling.
Tried to force that play there on the part of Samboy. So 17.8 seconds left here in this quarter, and Swift has an opportunity to equalize on this play.
Naisip siguro ng ibang San Miguel fans dyan, ilang points na ba si Samboy? Only 2 points so far in this game.
Well, it came off a layup, remember?
Yes, that happened way back in the first quarter.
Correct.
Harris curling. Ravanes, the owner of the 4 fouls of San Miguel as a team.
5.6 seconds left.
This is a fast third quarter, Dr. J. Long three, out. Rabanes, desperation. 36 minutes go by us. We'll need 12 more. Final quarter will come your way in a very, very short while. 3 hard-fought quarters have been played, and we expect nothing less as we unfold for you the final quarter.
Only one substitution, that's Ravena coming in for Ravanes for San Miguel Beer. Solis tries to drive hard on the inside. Well, Saldaña's also in there for Saldi Ria Lubit.
Interesting that Ravenna comes in at this point, Dr. J.
Well, the idea is, of course, Ravenna takes over what Ravanes was doing to try to stop Harris from getting to drive in a lot, you know, try to put some impact on his team.
San Miguel with a significant comeback in the third quarter. Samboy.
Yes, and that's a 3-point shot at that. San Miguel has lived by that tonight, and they have a 5-point lead now.
Samboy Lim with a grand total of 5 points. As we mentioned, just 2 points at the end of the first half. Did not score or did not see too much action in third. A foul given up here. Samboy Lim emerging with his second personal foul. What caused the turnaround of San Miguel in the third quarter, Dr. J?
I think better defense, poor execution of the plays on the part of Swift, and then Kaidik beginning to hit 3-point shots as well as Travis. You know, so everybody got going in that stretch while Swift was struggling to get the points. Harris, look at him, only 18 points, averages over 40 a game. Last year was shooting 60-70 points, had 105 in one game. Yes, completely different year now. Not because his talents have diminished, just because the other teams seem to know how to play him better.
Victory by San Miguel here pushes them into the finals, Dr. J?
Yes, automatic. 12 wins. None of the other teams can get to 12 wins, so they'll be in first spot, firmly ensconced.
Santa Lucia.
Sitting like a king there. They can win this one.
Santa Lucia got tripped earlier, losing to Pepsi 96 to 94. That happened in overtime. Travis arcing his control on the ball, then releasing.
Travis continues to wreak havoc on the defense of the Swift Mighty Meaties, who are suffering from Asaitono and Realubit sitting down. So I don't think you'll see them sitting down on the bench that long.
30 points by Travis in this game.
Sol is wide open for the three-point shot, and if he doesn't hit that, then they'll never get back here. But he does, no, at this point.
Number 1 from Triple B zone, 10 and 10 remaining. 3-point game, San Miguel barely in front. Solis trying to stop Travis. Travis shaking off 3 defenders. Couldn't get it at the end of the line. Harris, short pass to the street off, drops to the deck.
All those errors are certainly not going to help them. San Miguel a 3-2 situation. Some boy pulls up from the outside and scores.
If it doesn't work with those acrobatic inside shots, let's try it from afar, he seems to say.
Well, you know, his career, he's been known as a good medium-range jump shooter. Now, it's just that in the PBA, because of the man-to-man defense, he has also learned how to drive it hard to the hoop, where he can get a lot of high-percentage shots.
Harris starts his drive. It's a pass outside to Meneses. 2 on the shot clock.
And he beats the shot clock.
Yes, indeed.
He beat the shot clock.
San Miguel seemed to have done everything defensively there. Good formation. It's just that Meneses is so creative. Samboy kicking offensive foul.
Samboy there. He was caught. He took off too early in that play, Seth.
And Samboy, yes, he knew it. Ending up with his 3rd personal foul. Let's take a look at 2 different voyages.
Meneses brings it close and goes under defensive players. Samboy here gets away from Harris, but takes off too early, and there's no choice. Had to kick off against Vergel, who was trying to help out. So Agustin is back in for Ravenna, while Asaitono has also come back into the ball game.
Asaitono. Asaitono's production tonight, 13 points, 9 rebounds.
You know, whenever he has to sit it out, San Miguel has made the run, no?
Yes. Agustin missing, Asaitono another rebound.
So he has a double-double already in this ball game. He and Tony Harris are in talking terms tonight.
Yes. Sporting sweethearts here tonight, huh? You take it, buddy.
And Harris has been going to Asaitono on one side of strong side, you know. A 2-man isolation strong side play for them.
San Miguel now falling behind by a point. They try now a set pattern here.
Travis asking for the ball, you know, he hasn't seen it for quite a while.
And Travis checking out the hardwood. Harris with the personal, that will be 4 on Tony Harris. Some changes coming for San Miguel. De La Cruz steps out, Ignatice is on the floor. Samboy Lim will go to the bench. Alan Kadick will return. Al Solis, look at that.
2 out of 10 from the field. It was 0 out of 8. 2 out of 10 coming here only in the second half of play. Does hurt them, but you know, there is still plenty of time for things to turn around.
His grand total, as we mentioned earlier, 5 points, 1 3-point shot in the corner, and that layup he had earlier. 7:54 remaining. Travis, no problem with the first.
He has played so well, and people have not really noticed that. Scoring-wise, already 31 points, and he has outscored Harris in this ballgame.
Two out of 2. Mr. Ricky Velez, our president, is in the middle of Mr. Sonny Barrios and June Bernardino of the PBA.
San Miguel retakes a 1-point lead at the 7:45 mark of the 4th quarter.
San Miguel within an illegal defense violation.
And that's the 2nd time that they will be charged with a technical foul called against them. Travis knew it, trying to run back to his place too late.
And a chance now for Swift to equalize the count, which now stands at 74 to 73. San Miguel, as you mentioned, with a 1-point lead, 7:40 remaining.
20 points in the ball game for Tony Harris. About half of his usual average. And they will have a fresh 25-second shot clock.
Almost whenever there's a 4, we've been tied. At 41, at 54, at 74.
Big number tonight.
Yes. Third deadlock. That was the 4th deadlock. Talk of coincidence. Vergel Meneses. Oh boy. Those exciting moves.
Meneses has 10 in the ball game, so averaging about 14 a match. Quite close to his average. His game has picked up. Big man of Swift had played pretty well in this match.
Kaidek. Short fake and then drilling it in.
Harris already with 4 personal fouls. He could only look at that drive, but Alan Kaidek, knowing that he can take Berhel also one-on-one with a good fake, got him out of the way quickly.
Ball game is tied up at 76, 6:46 to go. Solis deep right corner. Offensive clock down to 5, but it's taken away by the Beermen. Agustin on the attack. Lays it up. Agustin with a 15-point game. San Miguel's backcourt getting into the thick of things.
That's been their strength. Kaidek has scored, and so has Samboy in this second half play. 2-point lead here for the Beermen. Swift having problems with that defense of the Beermen. Long one here by Harris.
You were telling us earlier, Dr. J, that the 3-point shot seemed to have been on vacation for quite a while.
Harris is trying to get it back, you know. I mean, I think he'd give up anything to get it back.
It's back in town, hitting that 3-point shot. His second. Kaidek free for a 3. Up, out. Swift has a 1-point lead with 5:45 to go, 79 to 78.
Another down the wire finish for us here. Isolation play, and Saldana coming to the strong side, but you know, there's just movement, but they want to isolate Harris. Another 3-point shot off the mark. Asaitono tries to save it.
It's a volleyball game. Harris with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Asaitono has no ball to work with. Agustin trying to secure it. He's banged. It goes to Kaidek. Kaidek with a great pass. Great pass.
That's teamwork being displayed by San Miguel.
Beermen will use one of the remaining 4 timeouts. Swift has 4 to go. 5:16 to go. Beermen back on top. 80-79. 5:16 to go, 80 to 79. By the way, our semifinal round, second phase continues. We have games on Friday. Pepsi plays San Miguel in our opener. Swift against Pure Foods in our main game. Jimmy Javier and Jim Kelly take care of the first game. Butch Maniago, Quinito Hansen take care of game number 2. For the staff.
A big bucket here for Terry Saldana, and that gives a 1-point lead to Swift.
A nip and tuck affair has ensued here in the 4th quarter. Coaches on your screens. Travis. Yes. Now, by the expressions of the faces of the coaches, it can sort of tell that, you know, it's getting harder and harder to win here in the PBA.
Yes. Coaching has improved. A lot of new techniques being displayed. Players have also improved their, you know,
individual talents, yes. Ato Agustin with a steal!
And an easy layup here for Agustin, so it's now a 3-point lead for San Miguel with 4:08 left in this ball game.
Here's Tony Harris. Solis free for a 3. Not one of those nights for Al Solis.
And he's been forcing it, you know, once you don't have it, if you're forcing it, you don't get yourself into good position to get a good shot. Then you're having a problem. Nice steal by Harris. And a foul called against him, and that'll be his 5th. Harris was really very displeased with that call.
And he's so livid.
Looks like a good steal here. and causes his fifth foul. There will be a timeout called by San Miguel.
3:47 to go. 84-81. 3-point lead by the Beermen. Welcome back. In just a short while, we will have our third and last question in our PBA TV trivia quiz. Stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, this game reads it's a 3-point lead for the Beermen. Make that a 5-point lead. 86-81 as Kenny Travis continues to hit the hoops. 36 points for him. Time down to 3:18. Now Solis. Tony Harris wanting to take over the game. Gets it back. Scores.
You said they're trying to go to a high percentage shot. Tony wants to post up where he feels he has the advantage. 3-point lead here for the Beermen.
Swift may have to go to him here in the stretch.
But they have to play defense first on the other end. They've got to stop San Miguel from scoring, because if not, it'll be really useless for them.
Shot clock cut down to 5. Travis takes care of it.
Travis has played a game here, huh?
Giant game, 38 points. Alan K. Dick was briefed there, but Alan said, it's all right, you got it.
As long as you get it, you know.
Agustin and Harris continue with their waltz. Solis gets a layup.
Big one there on the pick and roll play. Solis deciding to go straight to the hoop. Travis again.
Here's Agustin. Travis is trying to post up. The shot clock cut down to 11. Agustin, no. Sang, climbing over everybody. Nasa last 2 minutes na tayo mga kaibigan. Ito yung atin sa inyo ng Emperador Brandy.
Fresh 25-second shot clock. Down to 20 here for the Beermen. They're still on top by 3.
Dito na po tayo sa totoo Emperador Brandy. And that fresh 25-second shot clock gives them the luxury of setting up once more. Kaidik pulls up swiftly. Tang had a hand on it, and another 25-second shot clock for them.
Well, because of the scrambling defense being employed by Swift, really leaves them not too many rebounders there.
Agustin calls out a play. Travis triple.
Yes!
Oh, a giant one.
Yes!
Yang Yao wants to call a ceasefire. Look at this giant three-point shot coming off a set play called by Agustin. Timeout taken. Long one, Dr. J.
A 30-footer there by Rudy Distrito. You know, they have plenty of time to shoot a three-point shot, but Rudy Distrito took one about 28, 29 feet away from the basket. And he has cut the lead down to 3. Timeout situations left. Swift 2, San Miguel 3.
A shocker there by Rudy Distrito.
Oops, almost a steal there.
Downstairs, knock, knock, it's Tang.
Big gamble on the part of Saldana to rush out for that steal.
Less than a minute. 93-88, 5-point game. San Miguel is in front. Hoping to get the first final seat here. Solis quick 3.
That might be the end for Swift, that try. Although there's still plenty of time here, 44.2 seconds left.
Yes, Dr. J, and a timeout is taken by Norman Black. 93-88, 5-point San Miguel lead, 44 seconds remaining. Back with us quickly. San Miguel in possession. 14 seconds remaining on their shot clock. That much time remaining. 5-point lead. Dignadice.
Yes. And that would be the last nail in the coffin, as you would say. Now a 7-point lead with 21 seconds left. 21.1 seconds left. Agustin drive and draw here. Handing off to Ives Dignadice, who puts the clincher into the hoop. For San Miguel entering the finals.
Yes.
One more time for them. Foul on Agustin.
Dr. J, now what happens to the rest of the tournament? Swift will now drop to 10 and 7.
Well, you see, you're looking now at possible 11 wins for the other teams. Santa Lucia can do that if they beat San Miguel, but they don't really have to because they already have the 5 of 8 stuck under the belts. Pure Foods and Swift still have the chance to get to 11. Now, of course, Swift has to beat Pure Foods, but if Pure Foods beat them, Pure Foods has to beat Pepsi, and there will be that playoff between them and Santa Lucia.
And a big game coming this Friday. A big date. Pepsi against San Miguel on the first game. Swift against Pure Foods in the main event. Harris. Travis knocking it away.
Travis getting the better of the matchup tonight, and Harris will foul out.
Just rubbing some salt on the wounds now, Dr. J. And Harris congratulates San Miguel Beer. Sporting of him.
He's always done that. He's fouled out a couple of times this year also. The imports have fouled out a lot. Travis has done that in the first 2 games of this semifinals, which they lost.
And so San Miguel continues with its mastery of Swift.
Yes, it's that way. The same way that Pepsi continued its mastery over Santa Lucia earlier.
Yves Dignadizi rather introducing a new dribbling method here in the PBA. A mopping violation.
San Miguel will just be waiting. Last 2 games for them unnecessary.
So San Miguel Beer